Hello there, traders, and again, welcome to the summary of my trading for this time, Friday, the 9th of January 2009. Now, again, guys, we're still in the first trading week for the year, and we're having an absolute ball. And I anticipate, hopefully, as we move further and further, the volatility gets bigger and bigger, and we get some really nice bounces to take advantage of. Now, again, we're going to talk about the index that I trade tonight, guys. Every time it moves a point in our favor, it actually returns a 5% return on your investment. I'm going to talk about that towards the end and tell you exactly what we mean by that. Now, I'll note with interest, guys, tonight we had a very strong sell bias in the market, meaning that the vast majority of large markets were actually heading south, not north. What that means is that we actually need to be a little bit careful about taking buy signals in the face of a really strong bias. Either way, guys, the session started off really nicely. You'll note that I had to wait almost 55 minutes to get the first signal that I was happy with. Now, in a 2-hour session, guys, of course, 55 minutes is a fair time. Then again, we know that patience in trading always tends to pay. And ultimately, if the conditions of your trading plan aren't met, then just simply don't take a trade. I know it seems simple, but when you're there at the heat of the moment, sometimes it can play games with you. Guys, first against the trend. As you know, I don't take first against the trends. Now, I say that I've marked this one as a first against the trend. It's actually the first signal that confirmed properly with all of the indicators in place, noting that we've got indicators down the bottom here that are doing their thing. Either way, guys, that was the first one to really form. I don't like first againsts, as you already know. I wait for the second against the trend. Had to wait for a little while. Got a great buy signal here. Really nice structure. Again, I was after a 4.5 point target this time. It had proven already this week it could be paid, so we went for 4.5 just to see what we could come up with. As it turns out, guys, like many signals, we got in. We took a little bit of heat straight away, noting I had a 3-point stop loss, so therefore I was not concerned at all about a 1.25 point in the red. Now, it did rocket up quite nicely, sitting on here at around about just under 3 points worth of profit. You'll note with interest that I was after 4.5. Was I greedy? Well, it certainly got close to 3 points, our normal target, and then I actually got a counter sell signal to take us back the other way. Now, as you can see, thin arrow, guys, I don't take first against the trends. It did actually pay. So cool, but we weren't in it. We were still in our long position. As it turns out, our long position eventually gathered a little bit of momentum and quite happily paid its 4.5 points. In fact, it went over 4.5 points there. In fact, just over here at the price high. Now, this was an absolutely stellar sell signal. Now, guys, it is a big picture sell signal. Again, you could look at this and say, yeah, look, that's a first against the trend. So in fact, when this one did confirm, it was a second against, or a second against that I'm quite happy to take. Either way, thick red arrow denotes a sell signal. I was after 3 points. I didn't get there. Even though we had a massive sell bias, you can see I actually got to 2.75 points. So I almost got there, noting that I was right at the end of my session. So as soon as I had this green candle confirm right where my mouse is at the end of session, I've got a green M1 indicator, and I've also got an M2 that's pointing up as well. That's get out of your short. As it turns out, guys, got out with about 2.25 points worth of profit. So all in all, didn't get to my target, but I was happy to jump out because it was the end of my session. So guys, a fairly quiet night to end the trading week. As you can see there, we had just on 6.75 points up for grabs. Again, a pretty lame night, but again, at 5% per point, it's a 33.75% return. Very quiet, but profitable start to the trading year, guys, with the first trading week being fantastic for profit. Definitely, we've just tinkered over the 200% mark. Guys, again, that's enough from me. I'm going to put together a weekly trading summary just to talk about what has happened and talk about why we're so excited about heading into a brand new trading year with phenomenal opportunities, guys. Phenomenal opportunities. So that's enough from me, guys. Again, 33.75% return. What does that mean? If you're trading 10 contracts, you've earned just under $3,500 US in the 2-hour session. Have a great day, guys. Have a great weekend and look out for the next week's trading. Have an awesome one. Cheers.